Recently, all three engine manufacturers that will remain after 2021 suggested that Red Bull probably has a plan B that does not involve any of them. Some speculated that this meant Red Bull would be manufacturing their own engines by taking over Honda's current facilities. Red Bull advisor Helmut Marko has now spoken to Sport 1 about this. I'm your host Dillon Shelley, and first up on Formula World, Red Bull's plan to take over Honda's F1 project. Marko began by confirming that talks are already in progress with Honda regarding this. Provided the talks with Honda are proceeding positively, we would like to acquire the base, intellectual property and everything else that is needed to prepare the engines in Milton Keynes. He then explained why choosing one of the existing engine manufacturers isn't ideal for them. The aforementioned manufacturers all have their own team, and that means they always adjust their engines to their own chassis. In such a setup, we will always receive an engine that we will have to adapt to our own chassis. As a result, we cannot apply our own ideas, and we are constantly confronted with technical limitations, which is why this Honda construction is our preference. Marko then pointed out the one assurance they need to take this step. Our idea is only possible if there is a full development stop on the engines from the very first race of 2022. We cannot afford any form of further development, both from a technical point of view and from a financial point of view. We need a decision from the FIA as soon as possible, and for that, all the other teams need to be heard as well, because we need a majority for such a thing. Marko concluded his words by explaining the logistics of such a takeover and re-emphasised the role the FIA will play in all of this. If the FIA's decision works out as I just outlined, then our next step is to reach an agreement with Honda. But on that front, I don't expect them to get in our way. Furthermore, we already manage several buildings in Milton Keynes. We can switch quickly afterwards. It's mainly about the decision of the FIA. Fast feed. Red Bull team principal Christian Horner has stated that they would like to sort their engine situation ideally by the end of the year because the engine is an integral part of their 2022 design. F1's managing director Ross Brawn feels that it's unfortunate Honda are leaving Formula 1 at the end of 2021. He also pointed out that it's the fourth time in his racing career they stepped back and come back again. He is, however, optimistic when their situation changes and when F1 evolves, they can engage them again, as Honda have always been important and welcome members of the F1 community. Dutch Grand Prix sporting director Jan Lammers pointed out how Red Bull's Max Verstappen celebrated the fastest lap almost as much as a victory. Former F1 driver Christian Albers feels that Red Bull's Alex Albon puts his own credibility at risk. With all due respect, who says that? Referring to Albon's radio message that the other drivers race him too hard. Albers is also of the opinion that Albon does not have the speed. At the end of the day, it hurts Max too. Former F1 driver turned analyst Paul di Resta added to that by saying that Red Bull needs more from Albon. He further explained that the fact that Mercedes can win the Constructors' Championship within a few races, while Max Verstappen is within 10 points, says it all. He also feels that Red Bull have to make a decision, but it doesn't look like they're promoting Pierre Gasly again, even though he's doing a good job at AlphaTauri. He then speculated that Sergio Perez and Nico Hülkenberg still have a chance. Perez would fit in very well, but the question is whether you see that as the best long-term solution. Di Resta concluded that at the moment, Red Bull's junior program just isn't able to put anyone next to Max who can push him. Helmut Marko thinks that Mick Schumacher will be driving with Kimi at Alfa Romeo next year, which he considers an excellent combination. 2016 world champion Nico Rosberg has stated that Albon needs good results to secure his seat, and from his perspective at the Eiffel Grand Prix, it does not look like he will be there next year. And Helmut Marko revealed that he advised Ferrari Sebastian Vettel to take a year off as there will be some free seats in 2022, but he wanted to keep driving and chose Aston Martin. Will Perez find a seat for next year? Head over to my community page to vote in the poll and let me know what you think in the comments. And if you liked this video, feel free to subscribe and check out my others for all the latest in the world of Formula 1.